Velkommen til nok en episode av
Nerdatorium.
Og i dag så har vi en milepæl, André.
Ja,
Vi skal gjøre vår første engelske episode med meg.
med deg, ja. Stemmer. Ja.
Jeg redda den kort inn der. Med meg, for jeg kom plutselig på at vi har jo hatt
En comeback.
Vi har et comeback.
Ja, det hadde vi i forrige episode med Kevin Kvåle.
Det hadde vi. Og vi gjør det igjen.
Vi gjør det igjen.
Har du lyst til å introdusere dagens gjest, som jeg ikke vet noen ting om?
Ja, og i dag så har du heller ikke fått noe...
Ingen cheat-sheets.
Ingen cheat-sheets.
Så i dag skal jeg bare skli gjennom og eller kanskje bare sette meg bak og la dere prate.
Full tiltro til at det her går veien. At du er nysgjerrig nok på andre mennesker. Til at du klarer å føre en samtale i 2 timer.
Med det sagt, vi har jo en del spennende bookinger fremover.
Ja.
Og jeg gleder meg. Jeg tror dette blir en veldig spennende sesong.
Ja, det blir heidundrende hvis alt tikker inn.
Ja.
Det er jo noen der ute som ikke svarer ennå.
Ja.
Som har sagt ja i utgangspunktet.
Ja, og det er litt teit. Ikke
Ja.
si ja, si heller nei. Vet du hva? Det der gidder jeg ikke.
Ja, eller bare
Ikke svar.
book det.
Ja.
Bare kom, liksom.
Bare kom. Dukk
Ja.
opp. Det hadde vært fint.
Vi er ikke så kjipe å ha med dere. Og så har vi jo Heggheimen.
Det har vi.
Han
André
er-
Hegheim. Lytteren.
Ja, lytteren. Han er helt amazing. Han skal på Inferno i år.
Riktig.
Og greier. Så alle dere som er der ute som butta bort til han, så var det sikkert trivelig, tenker jeg.
Det som er veldig fascinerende akkurat nå, det er at det ene øyet ditt har skygge, og det andre øyet ditt har lys på seg. Så du ser sykt supervillain ut.
Two-face.
Ja, det er bare, jeg klarer ikke å la være å se på ansiktet. Det er bare,
Two eyes.
ja, it's fucking crazy.
Kult.
Ja.
Det
Og med
er
det-
fantastisk. Men i anledning Inferno, så
Ja.
Inferno drar jo til seg masse folk, og i den anledning så kan vi jo kanskje også si kondolerer til Inferno, som mistet da Martin
Ja,
nå nylig.
det gjorde det.
Men de stavrer seg opp og kjører festival. Kjempefint. Og de får jo folk fra land og strand overalt. Og så har det kommet igjen inder fra England som heter Dev Gohil.
Dev Gohil.
Og nå går vi over til English.
Well, now we're going to talk some English.
Yeah.
And the way that we're going to talk English today is we're going to do it in the original, traditional way. Nei,
Yes.
jeg tenker jeg kommer mest sannsynlig til å skli litt sånn engelsk-amerikansk, men du er veldig
Ja,
god
ja.
på å bare holde den...
Jeg holder én greie. Jeg vet ikke hva det er.
liksom. Ja.
Det er bare,
Det er bare jeg som roter.
Ja, jeg bare kommuniserer ut. But yeah.
Yeah.
Dev.
Del.
Dev.
Dev.
Yeah.
Is that
it
Devin?
short for Dev?
Yeah, it's Devon. My full name's Devon.
Not
Dev.
Devon, but Dev-N.
Yeah, Ian.
I learned this.
N.
Devon.
Devin. Devin.
Devon. Ian.
Devonian.
Pain.
Devon Gohil. Yeah.
Gohil.
Gohil.
Gohil. Yeah, that's all. Yeah.
So the D is mute.
Silent.
Or do you have a D? No.
No, it's in my
Do you
first
have a
name.
D?
Oh,
Well, he has a D
oh.
in his pants.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This is a great intro.
Yeah, it's amazing. But yeah, you're here
Welcome,
from...
Dev.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Yeah. So what brings you to Norway this time?
Inferno Festival.
All right.
Yeah.
Is this your first run?
For Inferno? Yes. I've never been to a festival outside the UK.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. It's like the lineup is so me-coded. It's like so many
Right.
bands that I enjoy. So it's like, yeah, I've got to
What's
make
like?
it done.
What was the band that tipped you over? Where you're like, oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. I'm fucking going.
1349.
1349, right? Because
Yep.
I know a little bit about you from the outside. I don't
Yeah.
really know anything about anything, but Andre tells me there's this bloke down in England. There we go.
Yeah, that's my doorbell.
That's
But
your doorbell.
Yeah, that's cool. A friend is coming, I think, but he'll excuse me, just roll with it. I'll be right back.
So what I heard from Andre was like, there's a guy who's made me learn how to play 1349 songs again. Because you have a YouTube channel.
Yes. Yeah.
And where you explore and explain black metal.
Yeah.
Why explore and explain? And why the fuck black metal?
Because black metal is one of those music genres that has a reputation, and the overall perception of it is overall negative. And I kind of want to change that. I want to really focus more on the actual music and like the art and the playing of it, and that was like the main focus. Because I was thinking about myself when I was like 16 or 15 and I was getting into the music, and there were no resources to learn anything from anything like black metal related. And so I just had to figure out all this stuff myself, and I spoke to teachers and stuff like, what's a black metal chord, how do I play black metal, stuff like that. And there was nothing. Like it was very, very little help, and then I kind of had to figure out things for myself and learn songs.
Right.
And
how did you do you remember? What did you like break the code or something?
Kind of, I guess. I don't know. I figured out what
you are Darth Vadering the fuck out of that mic after running up and down the stairs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, your nose is just blowing fucking.
Oh, sorry, man.
It's all right. I'll just let
I don't
you
have a
know
headset, so I can't adjust.
I'll let you know before Hegheim lets you know.
Yeah, Hegheim is like, who the fuck is breathing down?
Yeah.
Why are you breathing?
Yeah.
Sorry, back.
What was the question?
What chord was it that like? Oh, right. It's a minor with a 7. I get it.
That happened when I started learning more music theory in college.
Right.
Because then I was able to figure out what the kind of chord, like the names of the chords and the notes in the notes of the chords. And I was like, oh, hang on, this is that same chord and that band uses, and this is that kind of chord. And if you turn it like this, it's like that band. And that kind of clicked a few things.
Right.
And then I was learning some riffs, and I just was able to like kind of work out what made it sound a bit more black metal and how it worked. So it all kind of stemmed from there. And then I learned more songs and experimented more and listened to more music, and just kind of tore everything apart and tried to figure it all out. And then once I figured out a bunch of stuff and was able to communicate that and relate it in a simple way for like people, and then it all kind of clicked. And then it was like, all right, cool. There's something here, and instead of like complaining that there isn't anything, I'll just be that guy and just make stuff. So the first like proper lesson on the channel, the first like video that went really well was done back in 2017. So it was quite a long time ago now. And then
he said, gazing into the horizon, wishing for another hit.
I mean, that was the video that kind of lifted up the channel a lot. And then from there, because I knew that like
what song did you play then?
It wasn't a song. It was a like a compilation. It's called 5 Types of Black Metal Riffs and How to Play Them. And it's just 5 riffs that I came up and I got it mixed and had a drum track and everything.
All right.
And just like played a riff in like certain styles. But like the lessons, I knew I had to build some kind of solid ground before I start doing the lesson stuff. Because
it's quite a huge gap between like the early Bosom stuff and like modern black metal today.
Yeah.
It's huge because it was really rudimentary back in the days. It came from death metal and trash and that sort of like type of thinking, but it was really like for me it was it had a certain something that I could connect, because I grew up in the woods. I grew up in Norwegian forests. That was where I got away from everything. So I could feel the forest in this music.
Yeah.
I could see forest by night. I could feel it through music. So it was like for me, music is magic because you can't like you can't sort of touch it.
Yeah.
You can't. You can only feel it.
Yeah, it's a
and you can create it out of thin air.
Yeah, and me and Dev talked about this 2 days ago,
right?
Where we touched upon this, and I said to him that I can hear where black metal comes from, if it's Norwegian, Swedish, English, and we have those bands that are, and it's more like in my opinion, more like a soundscape to the environment we grow up in. So when you hear the first Ulver album, it's totally natural to get the feeling of a forest and mountains and just the whole aspect of it. And then you have
and also I can hear the classical Norwegian folk music expression.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't sound like it at all, but it's the expression, the way that music makes me feel. I can get that out of early black metal.
Yeah, and you have the sincerity of these bands, and fast forward 20 years, where recording is affordable. You can do anything at home. We can have probably 50 black metal releases a day worldwide. A bunch of these bands have deciphered our code that we wrote, that we never, we didn't intend to write it as a code, but people have found the blueprints for it.
Right.
And you can build Taj Mahal here.
Right.
Still, it would not be Taj Mahal. It would be a replica.
Right.
And you can hear it, and there you get the kind of...
Because you've talked to me a lot about that replication.
Yeah.
You can hear it, and I can hear it too. It's like American black metal sounds fake.
Yeah, and it's easy. Yeah, it does. And,
But
and
not
German,
like fake.
and
I really understand what they're trying to do, but it's not.
it's more
not rhymed.
it's more of a fandom
Yeah.
than an expression of what they really are, what the people are.
Right.
So and here comes the quite ugly term poser, which I don't want to throw that around because it's derogatory.
Right.
And I don't think I think they're just so huge fans.
What do you
that
think
they want
hillbilly
to-
black metal sounds like?
What?
Hillbilly black metal.
Yeah.
That little flag went up with a
Yeah, like
hillbilly black metal. Is that something?
Yeah, like Dixieland black metal. but I like it when take from Persian black metal, when they incorporate the folk music from
Right.
their nativity. I like it. I like it when we do it in Norway as well, and Finland is doing it. They have some other weird tweaks that's not really Norwegian,
Right.
not really Scandinavian per se. And the Swedes have like the melodies. I mean, it's the melody country
Right.
above all. You have dissection at the gates, in flames. I mean, it's melody land.
Right.
So you can kind of like
ABBA.
pinpoint where. And in UK, we talked about this.
Yes.
Why Cradle of Filth made it big, and why the other bands from the UK didn't make it that big.
Right.
And Cradle of Filth has a certain element of Iron Maiden in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is natural because it's British.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like all the twin guitars and stuff in Cradle of Filth. It's just like my friend coined it. It's like Iron Maiden on crack kind of thing.
Right, right.
All of these like harmonies and movements and stuff. And it's like, if you were to take, like Black Sabbath, for example, going back to the early days, Birmingham was a gritty industrial town. That's where their music sounds like gritty and everything. So it's all and this is the interesting thing, because it's like people want to learn how can I make like a Burzum riff, or how do I make it sound more like this? And then there's me thinking like, oh yeah, you can do it like that, but why not make it a bit more yourself and put your own heart into it, make it more unique to yourself?
Yeah.
I don't think
Basically,
that's-
you got to learn the basics.
Yeah.
Before you start building a house, you should
Yeah.
learn how to build a house.
Yeah, of course. And then
might be hazardous not to.
yeah. So there's like a certain kind of way of playing, but it's like, instead of playing notes, it's using the notes.
Right.
That's the kind of hard thing for everyone, really, because until you find something that is like, oh, this is like my sound and how I write, then it's a long, arduous journey of trial and error.
What about the pain aspect? Because I know that was important to the early black metalers, was if it's not painful to play, it's not real.
I mean,
Did you discover that?
See, for me, I like making really challenging music.
Right.
So there is, I wouldn't say it's pain, but it's like more kind of childish determination to just try and like power through everything, rather than like try to suffer. Like the most I've suffered for my art is during recordings, because I'm fastidious and weird, and I need to make sure everything's to the grid,
Right.
and super tight, because I just need it kind of. yeah, that's the thing. So that was like the hardest thing I've had to do is like do all the recordings. But the pain aspect thing is like music is very expressive. So it's like, if you're having a crappy day and you just need to play some guitar and you end up making this really ugly riff, that will work. That's cool.
It will turn your day around.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The other way around will also turn your day around.
Yeah,
Great,
exactly.
I'm going to make a great song. You sit there for 20 fucking minutes. You're like, I am the worst.
Fuck this.
I am the worst at this that's ever been. I suck so hard. Fuck you. And your wife is like, you were in such a great mood.
Yeah, it
You
happens.
should have fucking.
It's the curse of being a musician. It's like there's never like a level of stability sometimes. It's always like ups and downs, always. It's like you can like sit and jam around and be like, yeah, I want to try and write some riffs, and then nothing flies out. And it might be like that for months and months and months.
Yeah.
And then one day when you're just like randomly chilling, you just come up with the riff that you've been searching for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the whole process might
fucking
start
magic.
again. Yeah,
it's
it
fucking
happens.
magic,
It happens. Yeah.
Definitely. So we were talking about our way in here was like Andre telling me about you,
Yeah.
more in the sense of there's this guy who wants me to talk about the 1349 riffs.
Yeah.
So I got to learn all these fucking songs. Got to fucking playing them again. He was complaining about that because it was a pain.
It was a pain in the ass.
And it was also, I don't remember how.
Yeah.
So he had to sit and listen to the fucking albums and pluck all these things. And but he told me he came out of it with like, I made some really cool songs.
Yeah.
Really good riffs.
I would never ever done this if it wasn't for Dev. So me appreciating the album I was a part of back in the day kind of threw me back that it was actually that good and that technical, because I took it for granted, and there's a lot of songs we never played again, like the song Liberation.
Yeah.
We played it one time in 2000 at a stage called Vega. It was our first ever show on New Year's Eve 2000. We played that song one time. And the only guy I know who was in the audience was Shagrath.
Right.
Because I think he took some pictures and stuff. And it was so cool to just revisit. And the first bump where it's like, oh, fuck, I made this. And then now I can't play it. It's not a moment of pride. It's a moment of just total despair. And once I get through it, it's a notion of pride again. And I like it. It kind of blew some dust off an old relic that we're bound to just die if nobody ever saw it.
Well, I think that's true for all music. You know, to revisit it, I think it's important. If there's any solace in that, I definitely can't play all the riffs that I've made. I wrote half the First Breed album. I can't play those riffs,
and I'm fine with it now. But it was just when I got asked, and I just said yes straight up, and then met myself.
I have to do some work now.
Fuck me, I can't actually play this. And the mind games, because I have a weird mind, is that, oh shit, what if he thinks I'm an imposter? Because I can't play my own shit. It's mind games, my own fucking mind games, you know? So it's just proving to myself I can actually play it. But I know it's some songs, if you ask me, I will say no, because I know it will be a hard time. I know where my fingers should be and where they shouldn't be. So if I decipher a riff and I feel awkward with it, it's wrong.
Right.
It was never meant to be that way. And as you know, Maurice, I make riffs a stupid way. It's not meant to be played, really, by humans at times. So it's very...
He made a riff for Pantheon and I that needs two people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of stupid, but it's, the playfulness of doing music.
Right.
Yeah.
And now we have the Horizon Blaze guys who are
insane nerds
spinning circles around me musically. like guitar-wise, I'm baffled.
I am so thrilled about the album that is on its way.
Yeah.
There are some stuff on there that is unreal, and both me and Andre in the car ride back, we were like complimenting each other on. We've never heard each other pull so much out of ourselves to land that level, to meet the level of this band, because they just inspire that.
It's a
that
daunting
level.
task. Have you ever experienced it where you are playing with musicians that are way above your level in your mind?
Yeah.
That is like, oh, now I fucking have to bring it. Now, oh shit, this is real.
Yeah, that happened a few times in college because I was playing like some of the non-metal songs, and that was like super, super difficult. But it's weird, like for a majority of what I've done musically and all the projects and stuff, one thing that's always been a common theme is having drummers trying to keep up. And that's really hard work sometimes.
Yeah,
Because like I grew up with like my benchmark for like extreme music started off with Nile.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's extreme.
Yeah.
That's really extreme.
That was the benchmark. So it's kind of like
Was it like Black Caesar with Vengeance?
it was the album after that. I think Ithiphallic. Yeah. Like all of that kind of George Calais kind of drumming. No, Ithiphallic was 2 albums after. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So that was like my benchmark into extreme music. So it's going to be like, okay, cool. It's going to be this fast and this brutal, and I've just got to kind of keep it up. So that's why, my band, like the average tempo that we play at is 240.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, and it's really fast.
Yeah.
And it's not easy for anyone. And I'm singing and playing guitar, and it's pretty technical stuff as well. And the way Ereskigal writes now, and the way I'm composing the music is designed for 2 guitar players.
Right.
Like you can't play a song properly with just 1 guitar player. You need 2 people. It demands it.
Well, this was 2 people on 1 guitar.
Oh, okay. That's okay. Kind of the same.
We
but
need somebody
different.
to hold down here while I play this here.
Yeah, it's similar but different kind of thing. It's like some of like the way it's all arranged.
That's really cool, though.
It never sounds good with 1 guitar. You need another guitar
Is that
player.
the Iron Maiden touch?
Possibly, because possibly, because that's the thing. Like I've always liked melodic music and like riffs and like catchy stuff. And a lot of, you got Judas Priest and Iron Maiden. You've got all the catchy riffs.
I mean,
and
I wasn't really. I just have to say, I wasn't really into Priest that much.
Neither was I, but neither
But
neither
then
was I.
Painkiller comes,
Yeah.
and I'm fucking sold.
Have
Yeah,
you checked out the new album?
Yeah, it is
It's
so fucking
great.
good.
Is it?
Yeah, man,
Super good.
It's so metal. It's so great, and
Yeah.
it's great songs. And I mean, they could lean back, but they don't. They lean forward. Oh my
Dude,
god,
they
Fucking hell.
don't sound dated at all.
No. It's fucking there.
I've got to check that out then
Because I never got into Maiden myself, but of course I'm checking out all the new albums when.
No, Priest.
Yeah, Priest.
Yeah, you said Maiden.
Yeah, Maiden. Yeah. Yeah. Well, them too.
I don't really.
I will.
I don't really Iron Maiden.
I will check out when they come with something new. Same thing I do with like Dimmy Borgir. I will also check it out. I hear the album once, and it doesn't really excite me. But Priest was like something else. That excited me. That was like, oh, this is actually, maybe I can listen to it 2 times. That was awesome. Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of Ozzy's stuff around after he got over the Betty Ford need to express that, and from Osmosis, and then the Sack albums, the 3 Sack albums that followed. I really liked that. I thought that was really great. But I mean, as British metal, it has its own sort of sound cloud. And how does that translate when you're making black metal? Because there's not really a black metal scene in England, is there?
There is a black metal scene, and it's getting more popular slowly but surely. There's a few bands coming out. But I don't know. I never really, whenever I write, I never think this is English black metal or anything like that. I never think of it like that. It's kind of just like, I ask different questions. I'm like, when I write songs, I ask myself these questions. Do the riffs flow? Is it brutal? Is it cool? Is it catchy? Is it sick? Like, does it make me excited?
Right.
That's the kind of questions
Do you
I
write
ask
for yourself?
Basically, yeah.
That's the only way to do it. In
Yeah,
my opinion.
I don't know. There's like no point to prove or anything, or to do anything. It's just like whenever we do shows or whatever, it's like, we turn up, we play, and it's really brutal, and then it's cool, back to reality again. I don't know. I just got just a different take on things. I don't know, man.
Did you have long hair and cut it?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
What was the whole transition?
Oh, when you have 40-degree Korean summers, your hair gets really frizzy and disgusting. That's why. Yeah.
Because mine just broke off.
Oh.
Yeah, it was weird. I had like the Chris Cornell here, like right now, but it just broke off in the middle. So I just wondered if that was like it just popped in my head.
No. But the thing is, it's like the older you get, the more hair you lose, and that was another part of it. And I was like,
yeah, you lose it on the head. It just grows out all of the other places.
Did you know what kind of hair do you wanted when you got short hair? Did you have like a?
Did you go like a shorter place?
Yeah. I went short. I didn't know what I wanted. I got it cut, and then I don't know. I've always just I don't know. Just say like the benchmark is like Leon, Resident Evil 4.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
That's kind of like benchmark.
So that's your.
That's I just think I don't know about hairstyling, and I don't know about any of these kind of things. It's just like
Leon's got that. You need more, in the front.
Yeah.
To, like, throw away.
Kind of, yeah. Like
that's your bang. The head bang that way.
I had hair like that in high school.
Right.
And the thing is, my hair isn't as straight as it used to be, so it's kind of just like a bit shorter than that. I don't know, man. I don't know.
No, because we're getting into is the headbanging itself on stage because you're singing. So, right.
Okay, so there's a workaround that you wear a hood.
Oh, yeah.
You
He's
wear a
doing
hood.
the Sideman thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Because he also got a haircut, and suddenly he wore a cloak.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a handy tactic. So I wear like a sleeveless hoodie.
Right.
And then for the band, we put like paint and blood. So yeah.
Right. Because that was my next question.
Yeah.
Was because Norwegian black metal war paint has its very significant sort of way to look. Like nobody looks like Immortal. Nobody looks like Immortal.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
At all. That's him.
Oh yeah, you can't
That's
copy.
Abbott.
You can't copy
You
it.
can't copy it.
It would be horrible.
And also, I think the originals in both Mayhem and they don't use makeup anymore.
No, it was only the vocalist. Well,
Yeah.
Attila tends to do stuff, but
Yeah.
Right.
Telok wears paint now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Telok wears paint. But yeah, the other guys.
So that's like the and of course Bosom and all those. So that's like the background.
Yeah.
But then, like we've spoken about, like there's a lot of different influences, and you like blood covered. So what
Yeah.
I've seen is like a band called Campfire. They're more of battle sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Where like I've been to battle. So where does your idea of the makeup come from? And did you like construct it in one go, or has it developed over
Not
time?
particularly. Like it's just kind of like a primal thing, I guess. It's kind of in that. It's like Archgoat in a way, but not as like painty, if that makes sense. It's more just like put a bit on the face, a bit on your arms, just put a bit of blood and just go.
Right.
It's just to.
So
yeah.
because black metal artists, they speak about entering their persona. It's a whole ritual for them. I'm entering this persona, and I'm going to. This persona is dangerous. This is a demon, or this is the devil, or this is whatever is their musical expression, and then they go on stage.
Yeah.
And looking themselves in the mirror, they get ready, painting. Getting the paint on.
There's a bit of that, I guess.
And you're just like, I'll
The
put
thing
this
is-
here.
the
There we
thing
go.
is-
Yeah, looks fucking great.
I feel more and more detached to that kind of mindset.
The ritual.
Yeah, if I feel way more detached from that than I did.
Right.
Because now I know, like, you know, when I do this, it's like, you know, it is me, but it's a different part of me kind of thing. It's not
Okay.
like I am different.
Right.
It's not like that 180 flip. It's just like, you know, it's kind of like work uniform in a way.
So what
That's
if you
one way.
met your nan on the way to stage? You'll just be.
I'll just be like, oh, hello.
You'll just be Dev.
Yeah.
Dev, what are you wearing?
Yeah. She's I think she's not alive anymore. But
Sorry.
I don't think I don't think I'd want to see any of my grandparents in that kind of thing, because it's kind of like, you know, I want to keep that completely separate.
Well, there you go. Now we're touching it.
There we go. So it's like, it's like there's a time and a place for certain things.
Right.
And you know, when you're on stage, that's when it's like, okay, cool. Now we've got to get into the zone and make this mental and cool. Yeah. Big riffs and blast beats and.
Was
just
there
going
ever
in.
a thing about, I don't know if I want to paint myself because I have a complexion? Like,
No, nothing like that.
being,
really.
being a front figure in, like, when I started out, you know, that was an issue for me that I didn't, you know, share with the other guys. It was just me personally. It was like, well, you know, they're going to accept me, you know. I sing the way I sing. I know I got a fucking voice on me, but they're going to react because I'm the only coloured person in the entire stratosphere of this genre, you know.
Do you know what? That's actually slowly become a bit more of an issue, more now than ever.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because of live and when they see you in person, no one's going to say anything to your face.
No.
But behind like YouTube comments and stuff, you know, then they're just going to, you know, you got those kind of people. So it's like whatever, you get like one of those comments that pop up in a little while.
Right.
Yeah, it's a thing. People are uneducated and small-minded. It happens. Like, you know,
Yeah.
sucks.
No, but, you know, it is definitely there, you know.
Yeah, it's a thing, and I don't know. The thing is, like, growing up, it was one of those things where we knew better not to say and do those things.
Right, yeah.
And maybe some people haven't had that level of education or that kind of conversation at a young age, where they just, I don't know, feel more inclined to be like, you know, why is an Indian playing black metal kind of thing?
Yeah.
But then it's like, but there's, you know, so many black metal artists like around the world that it doesn't really matter.
Because we had a Norwegian Indian, and I've naturally asked him the same thing, and he was like, well, you know, at home they play Bangla and it's fine, you know, and I've been contemplating how can I merge these two, but then I didn't.
Yeah.
Sort of idea, you know.
Yeah.
And he was like he never. I don't think he ever said that it's ever been, you know, anything that he's thought about.
Yeah.
He's very like fuck you.
Yeah, it's the same kind of thing here. I've never really thought about it too much, but I'm aware it exists.
Yeah, it's more like that.
That's kind of thing. And, you know, going back to adding like Asian or Indian influences in the music, like with like Bollywood and stuff, you know, growing up with that, it's all about melodies and having that voice.
Right.
And then it's the kind of, you know, if I'm going to make something like melodic and have that single note kind of thing going on, it's got to be something that's, you know, as catchy or as melodic, or that had really stick in people's head.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm quite proud of some of the riffs that I did back in the day that were like more musical and melodic.
Cool.
Yeah. So, you know, it's about using your influences and having a clearer expression of yourself into the music. That's the most important thing.
So Vastland, does Sina use like Persian notes or?
No, well, when me and Kevin is pushing him into it.
Right, right.
Because he loves Norwegian black metal so much, he wants to play kind of Norwegian black metal. And I think he flourishes the most when he is cultivating his Persian culture and heritage. It's just those are the best riffs when he totally dives into the Persian thing.
Yeah.
And I'm just on every album I'm trying to push him into it. So, and that's what I said earlier about
Where you come from.
yeah, where we come from. It doesn't matter what kind of color your skin, eyes, or if you have a mustache or not. I really don't care. But I want to hear your roots. Where do you come from? What did you grow up with? Not what you are a fan of, because that's really not that interesting.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that's a huge thing to sort of look at right now with pop music, where it really sounds the same.
Yeah.
And I, as a vocalist, I can hear these people adding ways to sing that I heard started with Britney and Beyonce and all these singer ladies. They had a way to add stuff to their voice, and then that has developed into a singer-songwriter sort of way to sing, and then moved its way back into pop, and now all the pop people are kind of singing the same way. And if you look, like, before that, you had Whitney, which sang in very clean and very like proper, because she came from churches and stuff like that. So that's the way she sang. How is that in black metal? Is that the black metal voice, is that changed? Or is it sort of like, this is how it is? Because Andre's voice on this new album, his grim vocals had, for me, a different texture.
Yeah. Well, I think it evolves. And if we didn't have bands like Dødheimsgard, we would be stagnant in still waters. It would just be like I have talked about. It's because when it's like pop music, they're deciphering codes. They're okay. What will get the hits?
Right.
How do we do that? Okay, we have to have this BPM. We have to this kind of scale. Blah 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 blah. And same is happening in black metal, where how do you make those riffs? Well, we have these chords and these. Aha, can I play that? So you get all these copycats doing it that don't want to blend in their own touch, because it will kind of they want to purify the black metal thing, and it's very very boring and mundane, because it's just a recipe. It's waffles, just with nothing extra.
Waffles.
And that's not really that interesting.
Right.
So I think Dødheimsgard and Abigor.
I've never heard Abigor.
Yes, you have.
I have.
You
Okay.
just think the album title is the band name. It's the one Stian told you about, the satanic. What is it
The one
called?
we talked about in the car on the way to studio?
Yeah.
Right.
It's not something like channeling the inner quintessence of Satan or something.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Dude, it's
okay, so I have heard it. I actually have an album with them.
Yeah, you have heard Abigor, because me and you had a phone conversation, and you said, "Oh, I heard this band," and you said the title of the album, and I was like, "Yeah, that's Abigor, of course." It's tremendous black metal.
I remember what you said.
Yeah.
I remember the band now. Yes,
Yeah.
I'll see if I remember it.
and
I
they
have
are
fucking
pushing the
Alzheimer's.
envelope.
Dude, they
and,
got electric. EDM notations kind
Yeah.
of coming through. It's and that Dødheimsgard album. It's like a fucking journey.
Yeah.
It is unreal.
Yeah.
And you need bands like that, and like Vardruna, who's taking
The classical,
branching
music.
out, trying to explore. Because if we just kind of just need the old dough, it's not
Move
really
forward, not just
move
wheel
forward.
spinning. Yeah.
And be bold. Try to actually what Dødheimsgard did on their latest album. Try to eat for some. I don't know how he did it, but the one song starts off sounding something that could come from Miami Vice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And suddenly turns into black metal with not much effort at all.
No, it's very
It's
organic.
just so natural.
Yeah.
It's a masterpiece, and it's bold to actually go there, because a lot of people, you can probably find them at the Wacken Metal Festival, will turn at the door at the first riff and say, no, this ain't metal. And that's so narrow-minded.
Yeah, like it's an interesting one.
Oh, we're digging deep today.
Yeah.
It's an
Deep
interesting one.
learning.
Yeah, the thing is like I used to think about this stuff a lot more than I do now. And now
You're like, guys, I stopped thinking about this, please.
the thing is, it raises an important point because there's a lot of kind of conservatism in the thinking of what makes a good black metal song.
There's a lot of purists.
T
out
pure
there.
V.
Yeah.
B.
Yeah, it's
True.
like
Yeah.
a lot of Dark Throne people out there.
And I kind of like it when there's a bit more like weirdness and crazy stuff going on. Because like my approach is not only trying to push... I mean, I don't know if Ereskigal is one of those like bands that pushes the boundaries as much as Dirt I'm God. But what we do and what I like to do is like push myself and try and make like the best songs possible. Because everything needs to have a place, and it's for me.
But
it's all about,
but that means you have a format.
see, that's the thing that the way I write now is like the structure of the song is so unhinged.
Right.
But all I really care about is what works next and what really flows. I'll show you a demo
Right.
later today. Once I've got back on my laptop, I'll send it over. But the way it's written is just I'm very happy with the way I've crafted it. But song structurally, it's just like everywhere. It's lots of different ideas in one spot.
Cool.
And it's very kind of like stop and go in a way. So it's like you think you think it's happening and you think stop and it's back in again. And
Right.
it's tricks and traps kind of songwriting. So I'm focusing more on like twisted songwriting and song structures as opposed to twisted sounds.
Right.
Because the Ereskigal sound, I've worked out what it is, and it's a very, very precise, tight, almost death metal like style of riffing in a way.
Right.
With a lot of black metal influence. But I kind of just want to keep it, I don't know, keep it that I have fun listening to it as well.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of thing.
Do you think that playing Enter Sandman sucks balls? Or do you think or do you think they're like money making motherfucking song?
We talked about this
Yeah.
song on the way over here.
Yeah,
actually.
we genuinely talked about this. So like the thing
You've
is
had
like,
all the conversations.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
Andre and I
it's-
talk about everything.
But it's the I can't be objective about Enter Sandman anymore.
About 42 minutes before we mentioned Metallica, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the thing is Enter Sandman is just a song. It's just some kind of entity.
Yeah.
You know? And if
But it's the song that opened
yeah,
the doors.
but I think I would really, really, really appreciate it if I could erase it from my mind and hear it for the first time. But I've heard it probably 2,000
because
times.
you've said that before.
Yeah.
I'd like to not remember that song and then hear it again
Yeah.
to see if it has the same effect.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure it's a good song, but I don't know anymore.
yeah, it's
That is a fantastic way of thinking of it.
and that's yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's a good song, but I just do not know.
I have no idea. 'Cause
Right.
I have no taste buds left for that song. It's just
it's so familiar that the thing is, it's like, if I were to think of it objectively and just go proper robotic, I'd be like, okay, yeah, it's got all the hallmarks of a good song. Catchy riff, catchy chorus, sing along, guitar solo. It's a hit. It is a hit song. Do I like it? It's all right. It's all right. Like I think Metallica have written way better songs. Like
oh yeah,
like
I'll throw Dyer's Eve on the table.
we'll take everything from the first 5-6 albums.
yeah, like Fade to Black. That's
Yeah.
for me the best Metallica song.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
because it's got so much
Wow.
heart. That's why.
Well, yeah, he's singing about his mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like if we go back to like the
And
roots,
it hurts. It hurts all the way through.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like it's it's that honesty in the music. It's like where he's feeling and where he is at the time and expressing that.
But that's what made Master of Puppets as well. He's like, I'm singing about waking up and doing lines, drugs, and for him, like the angling that religious part that he sees as a huge part of his life.
Yeah,
you can kind of hear that coming out, and I think that's, for me, that's what's lacking in Metallica today, is just that crap. But what I was talking about was just that one riff, like, because you were saying, music for yourself. And they were like, okay, well, let's put this out. And it becomes this gigantic monster and you can't control it. And it's usually the songs that you don't, this is where I was going.
Yeah.
Usually the songs that you yourself aren't that big of a fan of.
Yeah.
And you're making music for yourself. Do you have like a song that people like more than you? Like,
I don't know,
okay,
man.
yeah, fuck, I'll play this fucking thing. Okay,
I don't know. I really don't know. Ereskagil is not a big enough band for people to be like, oh, play this riff from that song. It's just a small band from the UK. I mean, I don't know.
Well,
I really don't know.
Like shows, rehearsal is like, let's do a show. Do you just, we don't have enough songs, so we'll just play what we have. Or do you have to pick your set list?
Yeah, we picked the set list.
Well, then you have to have a song that's like, that's not even considered.
Probably the only song that we don't play anymore is Ouroboros, which is the final song of the first EP.
Is that because that title is taken now by a huge band in France?
No. it's because it's long. It's a 7-minute song.
Oh, fucking hell.
So,
That's a pain in the ass live.
It's a pain in the ass live, yeah.
So the thing is, it's like we have the other song that's about that same length is End 3, but because that's more recent and it follows really nicely from N2 to N3, that's why we keep that in the set.
Right.
And the thing is with N3 and with Ereskigal as a band, the music's intense.
Yeah.
And the nice thing about N3 is that it starts off slowly.
You get a break.
Yeah, we get a break.
Yeah.
And it's nice to have that. And it finishes in a similar vein in the way it starts. And it's a good song to end on.
So you get that arc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's why we don't do Ouroboros, because we've got another song that
But it's
does
not
that.
because you don't like. I mean, 8 minutes. It's 7 minutes long.
Yeah, like Ouroboros is a really cool song. It's thrashy and fun.
Right.
But
So you don't have
it's
like
not-
that song. It's like, do we have to play that?
No, because every Ereskigal song is really exciting.
Cool.
It's really exciting.
Dude, that's cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Too many times I've been looking down at the set list on stage and like,
Dreading that song.
fuck me.
I mean,
5 more songs? Really?
I mean, that's sometimes how Matt, our drummer, feels, because it's so much work. Because he's just there all the time, going in. Shout out to Matt, big up, big
Right,
up, Matt Holmes. Yeah, and but the thing is, it's like, as you know, when writing the music, it's like if it doesn't excite me, I don't want to release it or anything. It's like if it doesn't set my heart on fire, if every riff. If I'm not happy with a riff, I don't include it in the song.
I love that. If it doesn't set my heart on fire, fuck it.
No, it's gotta have the passion,
Amazing.
man. It's gotta have the passion, and that's why
fucking cool.
That's why I'm so proud of every Ereskigal song, is because everyone has had like it's proper
So
cool.
your floor is like covered in riffs, discarded.
I mean, that's the thing. Like,
Or do
if
you
it's
save them?
There's some stuff that I do save, but the thing is, whenever I pick up a guitar, it's always to find that next riff.
Right.
So I'm riffing all the time, and if it's not a riff that I think is like, oh crap, that's cool, I'll just forget about it. It's like it just lost in
It's
the
like
cosmos.
a gamer looting.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah.
So is it like if do you use your video, your notes, or what recording device to get these riffs, or do you remember them in your head?
The best riffs I remember in my head.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, because there's times
Fucking
where I'm just
fall out of my brain immediately.
see, like that's it. That's the
Then
hallmark
it's not
of
good
a
enough.
good riff.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the hallmark
It's
of a
my
good
rule.
riff. You've got to remember it, and
Yeah.
you've got to be like, oh, yeah.
It's a rule I have
Yeah.
with myself, because I don't have any riffs recorded that I haven't used. I'm just discard it right away. And if I can't remember it, it's really not that good.
Yeah, it's the thing. Like I've got some parts of songs that I really like and I have kept.
Yeah.
Because I've been recording guitars for a UK band called Black Altar. I've recorded pretty much their next album, and we'll work on some songs together. And I've had some ideas in there that are really kind of cool.
Name that. Black Altar.
Yeah. They're originally from Poland, and now they're located in the UK.
Not the white altar. Black altar.
Black Altar.
Yeah. Cool.
Doesn't
cool
roll
band.
off the tongue at all, but it's really cool.
Yeah, it's cool guys. Big up Darius, really cool dude. And I've got some stuff that I had for Black Altar that I might use for myself, because it didn't really fit what he wanted, but it's like cool, and it's like ideas and new ways of writing that I haven't really used for Ereskigal, and it's a similar vein, but a different kind of result.
Right.
Think of it like Indian food, for example. Yeah. Now we're getting in.
Now we're getting.
This is good conversation.
Yes.
So it's like Indian food.
Not knowing anything about my dietary restrictions, go ahead.
Indian food.
Yeah. So it's like the thing is with Indian food, it's like you can give someone the same ingredients and you get two completely different results.
Oh yeah.
Except this time, instead of using, I don't know, potatoes for part of the curry, you're using, I don't know, what's another nice vegetable? Oh, God, in Indian food. Oh, instead of like using like
Chickpeas.
Yeah, there we go, chickpeas. I was going to say paneer, but like, instead of using...
That's like the... but you wouldn't have potatoes in a paneer curry. Like, you wouldn't switch those
See,
out.
that's
so
the
now
thing.
we're just talking cooking.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like a good
I like
aloo gobi where I like, put the cauliflower and the potatoes in there.
Dude, aloo gobi is my enemy.
Gobi, yeah,
thank you.
What?
I hate cauliflower.
What?
It's the enemy. It should be
It's the enemy.
erased. It should be erased from existence.
It's the
It's the enemy.
Cauliflower
Stop
is...
the cauliflower.
Dude, like, no, cauliflower, just erase it from humanity.
Cauliflower.
Honestly, it's the enemy. I can't stand it. But like, that's the thing. Like, you can.
But so you don't enjoy a good gobi, but
But wait, the point.
could you take the cauliflower out and put chickpeas in there? Is that
Yes, of
possible?
course. Yeah,
Well,
and
there
you can
go.
even do that with like potato curries and mix and match. That's the thing. There's no rules.
Right.
This is why like cooking and music are very, very related, because it's like there's no rules. It's a case of what works.
Yeah.
And it's the same kind of thing. It's like, maybe it might not work for these guys, but like that kind of writing stuff I
Unlike
want to work.
Andre, I can make a bad dish and still eat it. He'd just throw it away, riff wise.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's a thing. Yeah. That's the thing.
Fuck it, I'm not eating today.
There's some
Yeah, but you're not
stuff-
just eating it. You're saving it.
Oh yeah.
You're storing it.
Oh yeah, I got it in my fridge. My fridge full of fucking bad food.
that's the thing. Like, there are some things that I keep.
What an analogy.
But that's the thing. If the cool thing about a recorded riff is that it doesn't go old. I mean, it doesn't
Age.
become covered in fungus, for example.
There's that.
Yeah, there's more longevity to recorded music, and it stays the same as long as you don't mess with it. But that's the thing. Like, I've got riffs and ideas that I keep, and then it's nice to have those because I can go back to things, because there's some riffs that I created that I really liked, and I was able to throw them all into this new Ereskigal song because I was stuck for ages. Because I was thinking of having this kind of proper. Escalating Dirt Imsgard's satanic art kind of like lead riff,
Right.
but then after going through the song and writing, it didn't need it. It really didn't need it. So like, it starts off kind of death metal, and then it goes into like this crazy black metal thing, and then you've got like the thrash riffs, and then it's like different seasonings, different spices.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of like, the back and forth with the songwriting, ideas coming in and out, new ideas thrown in, harmonies all over the place, dark harmonies. And then it's unpredictable. It's nice. It's good.
Just comes out and you taste it and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah, it's like you order something that's off the menu that people don't really have, and you really enjoy it.
Yeah.
That's magic.
That's kind of what it felt like with this Ereskigal song, because I thought I was going to be cooking up Palak paneer.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be cooking up some palak paneer, but then what I ended up with was something completely different, and I still enjoyed it. So,
Fucking hell.
yeah. So with Ereskigal, I don't know, man. Like I'm thinking of an EP because I take my time with all the songs, and it's not an active project. I'm too focused on YouTube and my next guitar course that I'm making.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
Makes
been on the
sense.
back burner, but I wanted to, dude, it's because I wanted to get this song finished for Andre. So I was like, let me just finish all the drum programming and send it to him. And,
Right.
Yeah.
We're gonna check it out.
Yeah.
But because we're a pod of two kind of worlds, and we also are the gaming world.
Yeah.
Have you stumbled upon this thing where you find the game nobody has played,
Yeah.
and it's like your gem, and it's your mission to like say, "Hey, dude, this is such a fucking great game."
Yeah. Because, okay, there's a bit of backstory to this. So my dad went to Thailand when I was a kid, and he brought back a bunch of games, and we had to get our PlayStation chipped to handle whatever format it was.
All right.
And some of those games you couldn't get in the UK.
Get the PlayStation chip. This is like,
Yeah.
so retro.
Yeah. So one of those games was Rally D Africa, which is like this really silly racing game of...
I played it.
You know it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Great game. Just a cool arcade. Like it's like a Sega Rally kind of clone.
Yeah.
And there's more cars and stuff in it. So it's just like cool. And it's it's got like African tribal beats and music in there. It's wavy. It's got a fun soundtrack. So that was one thing. And another one, and it only came out in the States, was Einhander. You know that one? So it was like
Sounds German. Einhander.
Einhander.
yeah, it's like a
One-hander?
side-scrolling shooter like R-Type.
Right.
But it's
Alright.
like a slightly different take on it. It was made by Squaresoft.
No way.
Squaresoft.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, Einhand is a cool game, and it's surprising that it didn't come out in the UK because it was so cool.
Yeah.
Because like because with R-Type, there's more like customization in Einhander, because in R-Type you can choose between, like in R-Type Delta, you can choose between 3 gunships,
Right.
spaceships. And then you can choose whatever like color power you want. You can either get the red one, which is like a singular beam. You can get like the blue one, which is the diagonal beams, or you can have the yellow ones, which is the vertical beams.
Right.
Yeah.
With Einhander, you could choose different guns, and they run out on the go. So you can choose like a cannon. You could choose like a shotgun style thing as well. And like some gunships had like 3 attachments, so you can swap them around and stuff.
Oh, right.
And it was a bit more of a fluid. It like both gameplay was extremely fluid, but it was like the more kind of interactive, and you never really knew what you got. So there was a bit more excitement to Einhander. So those are 2 cool games.
Nice.
I don't know about any other ones really.
Because you're a big driver gamer.
Yeah, like with video games, like the best ones always been for me Gran Turismo, which has been still one of the best games. Like niche kind of cool driving games.
Right.
Yeah, because you were like oogling at my collection there.
Yeah, because it had like Gran Turismo 3 and some other stuff in there. Like
Do you have a rig?
I used to.
Nice.
Yeah, it wasn't a proper rig. It just attached to the table, and I was able to do that.
Oh, yeah. Well, I got like a chair and
Dude, that's
pedals
so
and
cool.
shifter and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I see. I've always wanted that. I could have gone a bit more of a hardcore gaming route, but I spent more time on like music and stuff. That was the thing. I don't know.
According to Moby, that's
yeah.
what we should do. According to Moby, is like stop playing video games, make more music.
I mean, I think people should do what they want, man. Like if they want to play
Yeah.
video games and if they play music, like
Well, sometimes
there's a
I'm
lot of-
like, I shouldn't be playing. I should be making music right now.
Yeah. See,
But I don't feel like it.
No, yeah,
so
I
I
get
don't go
you.
and make music because I can't force it. You know?
See, like it's 2 things. There's like a lot of people who are into video games. They might not be musicians, but also like because I spend so much time doing musical stuff now. It's like whenever I play video games, it's like, damn, I really should be editing a video. Like even like
Yeah.
now, like a part of my mind is like, yeah, I should really be finishing off the 4th lesson of this guitar course, and I really should be filming some stuff for YouTube whilst we have the 2 1349 guitars here. But but the thing is, it's like I'm only here in the present,
Right.
so I could only be in the present.
We can do all the other stuff, and once we're done yabbing
That's
about
the thing,
this.
yeah. So there's a time and place for things, and the thing.
But you do have a gaming background.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, I spent loads of time playing video games. Thing is, most of the games that I played were like mainly big A-list blockbuster games.
Right.
You know, the Gran Turismos, the Tekken. Things that were a little bit more niche was like the Ridge Racer series, always like that.
Yeah. You remember
Ridge
also
Racer.
the soundtracks for
Yes.
this. You have a ridiculous memory of the notes. I remember from last time you were like, "Yeah, it's a song."
Yeah. That was like I still remember all the.
Because I remember Ridge Racer, and I remember getting that last car that had all the squares filled out.
Yeah. The White Angel. That was
The
in
White
13th Racing. Yeah.
Oh God, that car!
Mental cars.
Finally, you could fucking drive,
Yeah.
properly. You didn't
Yeah,
have I remember that Ridge Racer was great.
Yeah.
Have you tried it now?
Oh,
It is such a piece of pile of shit. It's like driving around with a bathtub full of water.
Man,
it's
I have see that one. Those early Ridge Racer. I fired up Rage Racer the other day, and I remember most of it, but I never learned how to finish that final special secret thing. So I was like, okay, let me give it a go. But I realized that I need to spend way more time with the game and learning the cars again, because I can kind of do some of the other ones. I just need to relearn it. But Ridge Racer Type 4, I'm pretty sure if you give me that now, I'll still be able to rip on that, because I learned like some hidden mechanics and stuff on that, and I was able to just do that.
Cool.
So yeah, Ridge Racer Type 4, I spent a lot of time on. That's got a great soundtrack.
Yeah.
That's got a great soundtrack. Yeah, vibes.
Yeah, Ridge Racer 4 is fucking...
Yeah,
it's a great game.
Yeah, I really liked 5 as well, because you had a
I didn't play
combination.
5, yeah.
Oh, dude, you had the combination of drift cars and grip cars, and that was the
no
last
way.
game to have that. So it's kind of like you could choose what kind of style, and you have to learn each car properly. It was, and that's one thing that I miss in video games is like the incentive to unlock the secrets, like secret characters and
because
secret cars.
just now, Game Pass came out with a little pack of games. Rock and Roll Racing. These are interplay games, right?
Yeah.
So it's Rock and Roll Racing. It's
One or two.
Rock and Roll Racing 1, the original.
Okay, yeah.
And the one before that was Rad Racer.
Yeah.
And Lost Vikings 1 and 2, and Blackthorn.
All right.
So this is great games. Absolutely stellar games. But like you said, like you had a combination of buttons to push, and then you got Olaf.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like now you can just
Yep.
choose Olaf.
Yeah.
Kind of took the magic away, and I was like, I just blasted through like the first 2 planets. Like just you can move, but you just keep racing because you want to buy stuff for your car.
Yeah.
But I realized that now I was buying different stuff for my car because I'm proficient. I know how to. Just to drift around that corner, drift around that, and pre-driving. And I'm looking at my 3-year-old, and I was like, yeah, we can play this together. And he just can't do it because it's the way that it's.
Yeah, it's a thing. Like, see, this was one of the cool things about Gran Turismo, because you had such a variety of cars. You had like the tiny Japanese K cars. You had the European sports cars, the European supercars, the Japanese sports cars, American muscle cars, and each one of them had their own kind of charm.
I have to ask you,
Go on.
why you're saying that. I have to ask you, did you ever make the Corvette a front-wheel drive?
I don't think you could do that in Gran Turismo.
Yes, you could.
I think it was Forza you could do things with like that.
No. It was Gran Turismo because we didn't have Forza. So it was Gran Turismo, and you made it 4-wheel drive, and it was insane because it has the same power, the same everything. So it's meant to be back-wheel drive, so it will like slide all over the place. But front-wheel drive, the arse just follows. It was insane.
Which Gran Turismo was this?
Maybe 2.
Because I've played a lot of Gran Turismo, and I've never ever made the Corvette. You could never make the Corvette 4-wheel drive. What you could do...
No, it's front-wheel drive. Just front-wheel drive. And it's the old one. The fucking... Oh... What's it called? The X-type looking thing. The one with the long bonnet.
Stingrays.
Thank you.
Yeah, the Stingrays. I don't ever remember that being a feature because
You got to try it.
I even fired up Gran Turismo 2 the other day.
Oh, no way.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Because, when
Keeping
you
it
get
old
back
school.
home, give that a try.
I'll have a look because
I can be mistaken. I'm pretty sure it wasn't Forza, but
because I know in Forza and I think more modern Gran Turismos you can kind of change the drivetrains, but in the early games I really don't remember any kind of drivetrain changes. What I remember is this, that you can modify your car and change its suspension and the tires, and then it can make it more grippy and everything.
Yeah.
But with Gran Turismo, what I found myself enjoying the most were like the four-wheel drive cars, because you couldn't control the throttle properly with an X button.
No.
So the only way you can kind of
off.
yeah, exactly. So the only way you can easily win is to use a powerful four-wheel drive car. So that's why I've always liked that in the video game world.
Right.
And I used to have a four-wheel drive sports car, and I miss it entirely. And the reason why I got it was because of Gran Turismo.
Oh.
But now I drive a Honda Civic.
Well, it's not terrible.
No, it's nice. I like it. It's cozy.
Is the 1.3 or
1.8.
1.8?
Yeah, it's cozy. It's cozy, and it has a VTEC, and it has a big boot for take. Yeah, it's a more grown-up car.
Right. What was the four-wheeler?
Mitsubishi GTO twin turbo.
Fucking A, you had a GTO.
I had a GTO,
You
man.
can't. What the fuck?
Yeah, I got it when I was 23.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was because of Gran Turismo I got that car.
Yeah.
I remember that car in Gran Turismo. I
It
remember
was the
doing a
king,
gig.
yeah.
I remember doing a gig way out in the fucking woods, Sognefjord.
Uh-huh.
And this guy was like, just, talking around. He was like making some food for us and be finished waiting before the gig and stuff. And then he just accidentally mentions, because I'm talking cars.
Yeah.
And he just actually, I got a Mitsubishi GTO out.
Yeah.
Four-wheel fucking drive, four-wheel steering.
Yep. But I had, so that's the story. So the active aero, I had rear active aero, but at the front bar was missing on my car. So I had to find a breaker. And these are like unicorn parts.
Yeah,
and I managed
yeah.
to find a breaker up in the north of England who was selling the...
Fucking Northerners.
the actual like aero spoiler
Yeah.
that the car had, and I got that all fitted, and it was just the best thing in the world. But dude, I deeply miss my GTO. I had to sell it because of a new London tax rule, which meant that it's called the ULEZ, London. It's the ultra low emission zone, and it would have cost me the equivalent of nearly 20 krona to just take my car off the driveway every day.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
That's going to add up.
Yeah. So that's why I sold it. And I spent too much time and money trying to get that car to a standard. But it was awesome, man. Like,
wow. I got all excited then. Oh,
I miss.
I grew up with Triumphs, like TRs.
My dad's first car was a Dolly Sprint.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, it was an orange Dolly Sprint, and
now we're a fucking car pod.
Yeah,
now we're car pod.
Andre's like, okay, four wheels, you can sit inside, and it goes.
But that's the thing, like Gran Turismo is still like the king of car games for me.
I completely disagree, because I don't feel those cars when I drive them. I'm like, why do they feel like this? Because it doesn't feel like that. I can't drive them in Gran Turismo. Forza, fuck man, I will fucking. I'm not like our guitar player who's number one in the world. John, the guy in Horizon of Blaze, he's number one in the world.
In
Forza, his nickname is Dr. Spa or something.
Bloody hell, all right.
Yeah, he's insane. So he does all my tunes. So I can ask him like, could you just, I really like this car. Is it possible to tune it for me if I can't find a good tune? And he's like, yeah, all right. So he tunes. He's absolutely insane on that stuff.
Damn.
He's
That's
great.
Awesome.
And I contacted him. I was like, I was working on Silverstone. I'm like, all right, I made, I'm top 100 in Silverstone. I broke top 100. And then he's like, oh, yeah, that's cool. I had no idea.
That's
I had
amazing.
no idea the world I was entering with this guy.
Yeah.
So, but I tried, I'm just putting the level.
Yeah.
So I'm top 100, right? And then I drive Gran Turismo, and I'm all over the place.
Yeah, because Forza is a bit more loose and accommodating if you enter like a drift or whatever. It's not more loose. The issue I had with Forza was braking points. Because of the camera perspective, it's like everything seems further than it is.
Right.
Because with Gran Turismo, like if you're a noob, especially with the newer games, and you turn off all the like traction control and stuff, you got to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And in the
Well, same
older
in Forza, yeah.
yeah, and in the older games, like especially
Well,
1, 2, 3.
we have to,
yeah.
like Forza Horizon is not. I'm not counting those.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that. That's arcade bullshit.
Oh, I think I had more fun with Horizon games.
Yeah, fun. Yeah. But for precision driving,
We don't
yeah.
want fun.
You don't want fun.
No.
Nah, yeah, precision drive.
My
yeah.
kid has fun.
We don't play
He plays
games for fun.
The thing is that I found now with video, the thing is I found
That's why I
now
play Souls-like, just to get that torture.
with video games now, especially car games, they're never like after owning the GTO.
Yeah.
it's never as satisfying playing any car game.
Really?
Because you don't get that immersive experience. Like you don't get that. It's little tiny things. It's like when you step out your house and you're on your way to work, and then you unclick the door and you hear this very very light, and the door feels like nothing, and then for some reason the car always smelled of brimstone and fire.
So shit.
And then you never get that in the
Blackmetal, man.
but it's like this kind of like old kind of
Brimstone
charcoaly-
smells like shit. Like
no, it's like
fuck.
it's like a flame. It's like the car is like on. I don't know what it is, man, but it was like this kind of like fiery, coldy kind of
Fucking love it.
kind of smell when you open the door and you smell like the old cloth.
Yeah.
And then you smell like it must have been like something from the engine left over, but you get this like real aggressive like petroleum like adrenaline, and you haven't even started the car yet, but you just sit in it, and you have to get in a certain way, otherwise your legs won't be able to fit. You have to like slide into the car, so you have to learn it, you have to like understand it. And this is still before you press the key, man. You open the door, you close the door, you get the smell of the old Japanese cloth and this kind of like darkness in the smell, and then you click it, and then you hear beep beep. And it's deep grumbling, and it's like, yes, I'm going to ride a dragon.
Because of course it was red, yeah.
No, it was a silver. Oh, dude, it was symphonic silver metallic.
Fuck
Paint
off.
code A26. It wasn't a red one.
Paint code.
Yeah, it was
deep
like
nerding.
It was like It was like a very like silvery champagne color, and it was so stylish. Like
nice.
the red was too Ferrari. It was too in your face. This one, it kind of just like you could miss it, and people were like, oh. Like it's not like in your face. It's like
No.
It's more inviting. But then you get the car and the wheels kind of heavy. The clutch was kind of heavy. You got to dunk into gear.
Oh, really?
And it's like, now we drive. It's like a ritual kind of thing.
Yeah.
You need to get that car back, man.
Dude, I wish.
Dude, I'd never
was
seen
erotic.
such longing in anyone's eyes.
That's the
You're
thing, like,
heartbroken still.
I am. It's been nearly 2 years. It's yeah. It was yeah. It's like
I know I have to sell my Audi, and I'm already dreading it.
Which one is it?
It's just the it's a e-tron hybrid.
Oh yeah.
So it's
yeah.
205 horses, but it's 205 horses that show up at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh my god, it's going. you know?
Yeah.
So it's
man.
really cool.
Yeah, and the thing is with these old Japanese turbo cars,
Yes.
that you kind of get in their video game, but you never ever experience for yourself. Okay, This is
You
what
don't get
happens.
that extra when the turbo kicks.
That's it. So you floor it, and it's like, and then you just like, it's like do you know what it's like?
Yes.
Okay, like this is a real kind of like manly kind of comparison that it's like, okay? It's like you're with a girl. You're staring into each other's eyes, but she pulls you in,
Right.
and she goes in when she puts her tongue down your throat.
Yeah.
That's the kind of like real manly kind of equivalent to having an old school Japanese turbo car.
So the non-rape version.
Yes. yeah. Like all obviously consensual and everything, but it's like
Yeah, but
it's
yeah,
like,
I understand
boom,
what you're saying.
Take
It's like,
you in, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was driving this for I was like a lot of times I was the designated driver because I
Yep.
wasn't really too interested in getting absolutely fucking hammered.
Yeah.
So I'd drive these cars. I've driven a lot of different cars.
Yeah.
And also growing up with the TR and stuff, he wouldn't let me
Yeah.
drive that crap. You know, it was like, fuck me.
Yeah.
He wouldn't let me drive it. He was a rally driver. He was a test driver for fucking Rolls Royce. He could teach me some stuff, but he never let me drive him. He's dead now.
Yeah.
And the cars are gone.
Oh man. Pain. Yeah.
Pain. But I've been in an M3
Yeah.
which really, that was amazing. GT3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the 911 GT3.
Yeah, that's
holy shit. I mean, you have to go out and then
Yeah,
accelerate to get past because it just fucking takes off.
yeah. You got to think before you accelerate.
You have to think before, and it'll just spin out on you. You know, it's
Yep.
violent powers.
And corners appear so quickly.
oh, they do. Hello.
Yep, yeah.
So but the BMW that I broke the first time was I broke 200 in a BMW, and I remember that on a strip. I was like, oh right, 200 kilometers an hour. I was like,
Oh, I was going to say 200 mile. I was like, bloody hell.
no. That was a friend of mine in an M5.
Yeah.
And he was like, I broke 300 miles an hour, and then I just let off the accelerator. The car just went because of the wind resistance.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to go that fast. But that M5, he said it was absolutely. This guy is insane though. It's really good.
Yeah.
But the experience that sort of still sits with me is actually just pleasure driving a
Yes.
good car.
Yeah.
Like my Audi on good roads.
Yeah.
And you can just push it just a little bit and it's grippy and it just lies there and it's still,
One of the most terrifying experiences I had in the GTO.
15 minutes talking about cars. Fucking love it.
I'm thinking about dinner.
So I was with one of my mates in Brighton, yeah, and this was before I fitted like sportier coilover suspensions on the GTO. So this is stock old suspension.
Right.
So
was
we've
that
got-
stiff?
No, it was actually kind of cozy. It wasn't even in sport like the sport setting or anything. Yeah.
Oh, right.
This is why it's terrifying, because we were just joyride. Like I took it to Brighton. I was like, hey, let's check out the car. We went for the first time he'd seen the car. I went for a drive, and I go around a corner, about 60, 70 degrees at about 40 miles an hour, and I turned the wheel expecting understeer, and it wanted to go in and harder and faster. So
But you
I
got
had to.
four-wheel steering. It's,
I
it's
had
something else.
And this was 40 miles an hour around a corner like that, and I
Yeah.
never experienced like that. And that was the scariest moment I've had in that car, because I was like, "Oh my god, what the hell is its limit?" I never took it to its limit. I couldn't.
right.
It was
Yeah,
too
yeah, yeah.
scary. But yeah, I can't really say it on the podcast, but I'll tell you later. I did go quite fast in it, but yeah.
You can't be arrested for what you did once.
I'm not
Unless
holding.
it's-
I'm not
unless
holding
it's
anything.
murder.
Yeah, I'm not holding anything, but I did take it up to an insane speed, and that was terrifying as well. But yeah, like it's scary,
But, I mean,
man.
going fast is one thing, but going fast over a period of time, that's the difference. Like
That's
And I had a friend, and they were playing. I think they were playing. I don't remember, but they were playing something that was for me a little bit boring, a football game or something.
oh yeah.
And his, you say Vauxhall.
Yes.
So his
Opals,
fucking
Opals, yeah.
his fucking Opal was standing out in the yard, and I was like, "So can I just have the keys? I'll just take her out for a spin." I was like, "Yeah, whatever, fuck man, they're in my pocket there." Grab these keys. I went for a fucking trip. I came back and I told him where I'd been. He wouldn't. He still doesn't believe me. So it's not possible that you went that round in that time that you've been gone. It's not possible. That is the fastest I've ever driven, like ever. And that car, it was like, because this guy was a car guy.
Yeah.
So he tinkered with his car. It was race set. Fuck me, man. This thing fucking.
What
moved.
Opal was it?
I don't know.
Manta?
No, it wasn't a Manta. It was after the Manta.
Calibra.
Maybe it was 2.86.
Oh, V6. It must have been a Calibra or something, or one of the sporty two-door things.
I don't remember.
Okay, no.
I really don't remember. But it was just motoring. That was the second time I hit 200. Kilometers an hour. So
Yeah.
was that 160 around there?
120.
124. 124.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So you can imagine 124. Yeah. So that was the first time I hit that. But it was like constantly around this farm road, and it would just stick to the road, and it's just that feeling. You do not get that
Never.
from driving
Any video
sim.
game or
No.
anything. No, nothing like that.
But sometimes I do get in the zone
Yeah.
where I'm feeling it, definitely.
And that's a nice place to be. Like, I haven't been for a drive just for the sake of driving since the GTO was sold. Yeah.
Oh.
Every time I
You're
drive
heartbroken.
now, it's it's deep, man. It sucks. Every time I drive now, it's for a purpose. You know, you go to the shops, or you drive to the gym, or you drive to your friend's house or a family's house, or yeah.
It's just practical driving.
That's the thing. Yeah. But you know, actually bringing it back to gaming outside
Yeah.
of cars and stuff. I want to have a discussion
Yes.
on what game you think is better. This is for everyone.
All right.
All right. So, Silent Hill 2 or Resident Evil 4? We're talking the originals, not the remake. Yeah.
I'm RE4 over here. And it's not, and I'm taking away the aesthetics. I'm taking away, it's just pure gameplay.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Pure gameplay, RE4. Aesthetics and story and game-wise, Silent Hill, all the way, all day fucking long. But the gameplay itself, the way the character moves and all that, RE4. Sorry.
It's a good game, but I would take Silent Hill 2. But it's because I'm, I love Resident Evil, but I fucking love Silent Hill. Silent Hill is by far, but the huge difference here is Resident Evil is more like a gory ass horror, while Silent Hill is just creepy ass.
Yeah.
It's creepy all the way. You're like,
And you have
it's
the two
so
dimensions.
yeah,
the
and,
flip.
and it's also so subtle and so pure in its essence, where you just walk the town and you're alone, but suddenly you see a cat jumping up to the fence, and that's fucking scary.
Yeah.
So you're so on edge all the time, and you have this noise thing.
Oh yeah, the
going,
static. Yeah.
static, and the blind nurses,
Yeah.
Which are attracted to. I mean, it's so
The alarms.
unnerving. The alarm
Oh yeah.
is so iconic that when you hear an alarm after that, you think about Silent Hill and not
Yeah.
Yeah.
fleeing for your life.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
And of course, you have Pyramid Head,
Oh, yeah.
which is in itself a ludicrous character. If you were to describe him to me and I wouldn't know anything about him, I would say, that's not stupid. That's fucking stupid. But in execution, really, really good. I mean, it's an oversized pyramid head, which is dragging along an oversized sword or something.
Yeah.
And it's just
Cleaver.
It feels so heavy when he drags it,
Yeah.
and the subtle noises when he's dragging it. It's like you have the time to think, "Oh fuck,
Yeah.
I think it's him.
Yeah.
Oh, where the hell is he?" And
Yeah.
they are
The
really
desperation.
playing with your emotions.
Yeah.
And the music is so good
Oh,
because
definitely.
you play this recently.
Yeah. So I played Silent Hill 2 for the first time, the original.
Oh, no way.
In the past 6 months, like before, I can't remember what it was, before the new year, before the remake came out.
Before the Empire.
Yeah, so me and my friend, because I remember Andre telling me about Silent Hill before, and I'd never played it, and I've spoken to my friend, because we play like video games and stuff together.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, we got to try Silent Hill 2, because it's meant to be like Resident Evil and creepy, and we both like Resident Evil. So I finally got convinced him to start the original game, and we were just hooked. We were just like just so drawn into everything, because it's the familiar kind of evils.
Oh, yeah.
Where you just don't know what's going to happen next. That's like really, really cool. I really enjoyed. I loved Silent Hill 2, and it was such a fun game. And it's just like really simple stuff in some of the puzzles as well. Like you had to, what was it? Put your hand down a dirty toilet to find a piece of the puzzle. It's like, like that's disgusting. Like that's horrific. That's like so horrible that like if you see like a zombie get his head blown up, like what would you rather do? See a zombie get his head blown up, or would you rather put your hand in a shitty toilet and try to fish out for a ring or something? Like what would someone actually do? Like that's like that familiar kind of evil is what I really liked in Silent Hill.
My brain just went the weirdest fucking place right now, because when you said that, my mind goes to Train Spotting and him shitting out those fucking pills that he needed because one thing that happens when you stop using Andorin, you're no longer constipated. And then he goes to the worst shitter in Scotland, and he takes a dump, and then he has to go back down to get the pills.
God,
Yeah.
I've not seen Train Spotting,
The
but
butt
that
pills.
sounds horrific.
But here we go. So when he's like sticking his hand down this terrible toilet, they don't show the nitty gritty. No, they make this wonderful. He's diving in sort of idea, looking around stuff, trying to find shit, and he comes back up, and they make this beautiful scene out of that scene. And I'm like, but they didn't do that in Silent Hill. You're like,
No.
But it's all about the reason why you are feeling the disgust of it is
Yes.
that earlier in the game they have done the magical work of drawing you in.
Yep.
So
Yes.
you are in it.
yeah.
So it becomes disgusting.
Yeah.
And that school is just something that I think we can all relate to.
Yeah.
Rundown schools. It just has this eerie feel of it.
And it has kind of
I don't know
an
why, but it really does.
alluring lore that you want to find out.
Yeah.
It's not too much, it's not too elaborate, but it's some texts here and there.
Yeah.
Some people are saying this and that. It's not like a library full of books where you need to read everything.
No, it's more
through.
it's like spotted writing on the wall.
Yeah. So
An article.
you can actually paste a coherency into the origin. Why did this happen to this town? And the story is really like heartbreaking when you get to the final conclusion and everything. So it's a long ass movie
Yeah.
when you play it.
Yeah.
And that's
And
one of
it's-
those things I cherish most about that genre of horror games. If they can draw me in, it's like a movie I never got to see, but I lived it. That was cool.
yeah.
And I think that's one of the most coolest things about Silent Hill 2 is even just like the premise. My wife's been dead for 3 years, but I got a letter from her. Already you're thinking like, what the fuck? Like, what? I've got to find out. Like, what the hell is
Yeah.
going on? And it already draws you in. And then who was that other girl? Angela as well. And you hear about her story as well. And everything's just twisted. But it's kind of like in a much more human place as opposed to like Resident Evil.
Yeah, then you
Yeah.
have the Umbrella Corporation
Yeah.
doing the whole thing. And
Yeah.
Yeah, but also, I mean, I was thinking about it when he was talking. It's like the Resident Evil is more. It's telling you, informing you. So when there's a new enemy, it'll show you that new enemy in a clip, and then okay, so that's that enemy, and then you fight it, and say, that's how I fight it. You know, they hold your hand a little bit.
Yep.
Silent Hill does not do that.
No.
But now Resident Evil, I'll ask you guys this. Now Resident Evil, the whole franchise, has spawned so many villains. Who's your favorite villain of them all?
Nemesis.
Nemesis?
Nemesis. Yeah.
Nothing is as annoying and as frightening as fucking. Because there's no other enemy that makes you run away as fast as Nemesis.
yeah.
Until you have the fucking Gatling gun and the fucking rocket launcher.
Yeah.
You know, when you play through again,
Yeah.
you're like, here he comes.
Yeah.
Fuck you, man. You fucking run away this time.
Yeah. It's
But
like,
yeah, Nemesis, man. Fuck me.
because
Yeah.
Nemesis makes you feel so powerless.
Yeah, it makes you feel so powerless. Like the helicopter's in, you're like, it's all Resident Evil. Yeah, I know what's going on. And all of a sudden, this fucker comes through the wall,
Yeah.
and you got to run.
Yeah. No.
No.
Yeah.
So Nemesis, yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, and then, as soon as you
Tyrant
go
is just what a fuck. I mean, it's just you play him. It's not really that evil.
No,
No.
like Mr. X in Resident Evil remake. No, it's a Resident Evil 2 remake. When he's like following you around the police station, that gets pretty awkward. But it's never in that. I never found it to be as frantic as it was with Nemesis, because Nemesis is a rocket launcher and he runs.
Yeah.
And unless you know when the Nemesis appearances are, then it's okay. And then you hear like the Nemesis music and you're like, oh crap, and then he's here, it's like, God, run away as fast as you can and try and find a safe spot, because very few places are places that he can't reach.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it even more scary with Nemesis.
And that's
yeah.
a completely different feeling than with Silent Hill.
Yeah.
Because Silent Hill doesn't really have that that type of action panic.
No.
It's more subtle, brainy, sort of, it just gets under your skin. As Resident Evil is more like, I don't know, it's not under your skin at all.
Yeah,
It's,
and you kind of know.
It's like Silent Hill is like a nice bottle of red wine that like slowly seeps in. When you're on the third bottle, you're like, oh shit, I'm a little bit inebriated, you know. But Resident Evil is just fucking tequila shots.
Yeah, and Resident Evil is like packed with, like, oh fuck, I'm too weak to handle this guy. I need more weapons.
Yeah.
While Silent Hill will be,
There are no more weapons.
the weapons to destroy this monster does not exist. Therefore, I need to lure this. I need to be smarter.
Yeah.
I can't just kill it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the puzzle versus the just flaying of a character. And I enjoy both.
Yeah.
Immensely.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%, because it's a similar thing for me. Like, I think because I've got more memories with Resident Evil 4, and it's a bit more... see, like Silent Hill, like if I were to play Silent Hill 2 again, I'd need to be in that mode to play it again.
Right.
Whereas Resident Evil, I can kind of just go in and play it. Because Silent Hill just kind of just gets you a bit more... it's like it's how I feel with Final Fantasy VIII versus Final Fantasy VII. Because
All right.
with FF7, it's so
It's
kind
so
of like
funny
in your
because
face.
2-3 weeks ago I downloaded 7 and 10 and going back in.
Yeah.
7 is on. It's so good.
And one of the reasons why 7 is so good is because everything's kind of like there and explained, and it's all kind of in your face, and it's very action packed. But 8, see, like 8, I'm hesitant to play that game again because it's way more human.
Right.
Especially in like the human interactions, and that's why it's like, do I really want to feel that again? That's
I
why.
found it to be no. I'm not being sexist, but I felt like it was more girly game.
See, I kind of like that in FF8. I'm going to be straight up, like I like that more kind of like romance aspect to it.
Yeah.
But it was also like mechanically like cool as well, with, like, the junction
faggot.
with the junction system and stuff. And it was just
right.
I don't know. I just found I see more of myself in Squall than I do in any of the Final Fantasy VII characters.
Oh, right.
That's why. But yeah, FF8 outside of car games, my favorite game. Yeah, ever. It's
Right.
like wearing the necklace.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's that human aspect of 8. It's that character dialogue. It's that real kind of like, how do you really find yourself in the world kind of thing? Whereas we need to take this guy down because Sephiroth bad and Shinra bad and I hate Genova and
but the first time you meet fucking Sephiroth, bro.
Oh, okay. See, that was...
I mean, 9 fucking yards of sword, and bro.
And it wasn't even... And it was the death of the Shinra president where he's got the sword sticking out of him.
Yeah.
And even though it's in pixels, it's like, damn, this is mental.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah.
And you know you're gonna have to fight that guy down the road.
Yeah. It kind of prepares you for it. Whereas FF8, you don't know what's happening next. So there's more mystery to it. And then you find out, like, oh crap, like these guys are actually connected. There's like actual backstory here. And then there's that whole other segment with like Laguna and and everything. And it all, the way 8 pieces together, I really like. And but yeah, FF7, real great game. The thing is, the FF7 I can jump in and out. 8, I need to be like,
Yep.
time to feel things.
Feel things.
It's not.
Did you ever kill the ultimate weapons in FF7?
Yeah. I
All of them?
did. I did Ruby weapon. I did Emerald weapon. Yeah.
Fuck me, man. I have not done that. So that's why I'm playing it now.
Oh.
Is to get to that level and then go in. But I'm also contemplating doing that on 10 as well.
Okay, because 10 I didn't like go all in with, because it just was 10 much work.
Yeah, but 10 was with me. I had this briefcase. Made me look really important. So when I went for a gig to gig, I had this briefcase with me when I went to the hotel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had the PlayStation, had the controller, and it was all like lined up inside of it, so it looked really cool and everything. So it was like I would have a PlayStation with me, and I was going around gigging.
Yeah.
So if I'm playing the same place 2 nights, fuck it, I got all day long.
Yeah,
to play.
yeah.
So I gig, come back to the hotel. If I'm not shagging, I'm fucking playing.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So I just play all night long because I don't have to get up, order a pizza, and just keep playing until I have to fucking go and play.
Yeah,
and
I
then,
get you.
You know, so I had a lot of time to get these games done, and 10 was with me for quite a bit of time. So that's why I got into that. I feel it now. It's like, I got to place all this mana. I got to do all this stuff, and it's
celestial
really,
weapons.
Oh my god, it's so deep. Yeah.
Like I never got any of the celestial weapons because it was kind of like, it's just so long. But with FF7, like the trick with Emerald and Ruby weapon is to see you're able to solo it with Cloud on both.
Fuck off.
Yeah, because what you got to do is make sure that your stats are at a certain level. You've got the right materia equipped.
Yeah.
You've got to have like Knights of the Round, Mime, and I think like Hades because Ruby weapon is susceptible to being paralyzed.
Oh.
And after Hades' summon is done, it can paralyze. So you can just loop it and loop it and loop it and loop it. And it's same with Emerald weapon as well. There was a guide that I watched online, and you're able, and because I did the PS3 port, I was able to glitch a gold chocobo, so I didn't have to do any of chocobo racing.
Oh,
so everything.
What? You can't.
Yeah, perfectly.
Fuck me, man.
Perfectly
Oh my
legit.
god, how much time I've spent chocobo racing.
Yeah, I didn't have to do any of that. Like, that's
Chocobo racing. man.
yeah.
What a pain in the ass.
And I had to.
Andre has a great story, by the way, why he doesn't play any Final Fantasy anymore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we can take it afterwards. Because the audience have heard it like 3-4 times.
Okay, fine, cool.
So-
Because Andre and I never talk about Final Fantasy. We
There's a reason for it.
I have a
You'll
story.
find out. Yeah.
But FFX I didn't complete fully. I did 13. I did pretty much everything you could do in 13.
I didn't go past. I didn't do 11 or 12 or 13.
Okay, because 12 I didn't get into. 13 has a really bad rep, but it's not that bad of a game.
The last one I played that's modern is they're in cars driving around. It's just a bunch of 4 guys.
15.
That was so terrible. I just fuck this noise.
It wasn't. It's not the best Final Fantasy game, but it's a nice chill out game. 16's okay, but the best modern Final Fantasies are the 7 remakes.
Yeah, that's
but-
the one I'm on now. Yeah.
Have you finished them?
No. It's a couple of weeks ago. I downloaded them. So.
Okay, cool. Because I'm not going to say anything. But
So there are changes.
If you played the original and then
Yeah,
you compare it to that, it's kind of like, why are they doing that?
Ah, right.
Yeah, that's all I'm
Interesting.
going to say. Yeah, and then once
cool.
you finish it, then we'll continue the discussion. Yeah.
I haven't raced out of the city yet, so I'm still at that level. I'm on my way home to Barrett's, so I'm right in the beginning.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to spoil anything because that would just be
'cause-
too rude.
Yeah, because I
yeah.
haven't even touched it yet, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because I really don't have the time. Been
Yeah.
making this album and then I did the Testament song, and I'm doing another song now for another band up in Kristiansund, and
right.
doing my own solo stuff. So it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Lots
I'm
going
drowning.
on. No,
Yeah.
it's the same thing. It's the same thing. I spend most of my time outside of work on YouTube and guitars.
Yeah.
And it gets tiring, and it's nice to have a holiday.
What is like
Yeah.
your favorite game? Like, if you had the time and would like, I could play this. That isn't like that just goes on, or do you have like a GTA or something that
Do you
just
know what?
never ends, or do you need the games to end?
See, it's like if I were to play a game over and over, I really don't know, because all of the games that I play have an ending, and I like the fact that they have an ending.
Right.
I don't like if a game is cyclical. To me, it doesn't serve the purpose. It feels too. It's in that vein of like knowing you've got a drinking problem and it's like or a really bad habit.
So, what did you play during the pandemic?
Oh God, that's actually a good point. What did I play during the pandemic? Okay, Final Fantasy VII Remake. Okay, so in order, it was Resident Evil 3 Remake, Doom
right.
Eternal, and then Final Fantasy VII
right.
Remake Part 1. And then I was...
Did you enjoy Doom Eternal? Didn't it get
Loved
really
it.
repetitive?
No, I thought Doom Eternal was cool.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I thought it was difficult, but it was cool.
Yeah, it was difficult. Fuck me.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the next Doom game. Dark
medieval.
Ages.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks really fucking cool. But the thing is, it's like I was so unhappy with the way Final Fantasy VII Part 1 finished that I really just took
You're spoiling it for me now!
No, that's the thing is, for me being a big fan of Crisis Core and the original game,
right. Yeah,
it was kind
yeah.
of like, oh God, why are they doing this? But that's why. And then from there, I was like, games just aren't it anymore for me.
Wow.
It had that much of an effect on me that I didn't really play anything afterwards.
Yeah.
until I went to like friends' houses and played like Tekken and things like that, like just fun games, casual games.
Yeah.
But the last time I got really like sunk my teeth into a game was Silent Hill 2, because that was me and my friend, and before that was Final Fantasy 16 and Final Fantasy 7 Remake Part 2, because I set myself a quick time limit to finish those before I was traveling to Japan.
Right.
So I quickly sped run the whole of FF7 Remake Part 2 as quickly as possible, and I literally finished it 12 hours before my flight.
Fuck off.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
So
that's
I was
so
like,
good.
okay, I've got to quickly pack before I go to Japan. And it left me feeling the same way. So I was like, I need a break from games. Yeah. That's the thing. Like Final Fantasy 7 Remake Part 3, I want it to come soon, because I need this remake trilogy to be done with. Because for me, I know I need to play and do the thing and play the game.
Yeah.
But I want things to go the way I want it to, which for the old God is the way it should be, the purest way.
The purest way.
Yeah, because what they've done is kind of like, it's really bad for me. It's like
It's not that important to me. You can spoil it.
no, I can't do that to you. No, but for me, it's like bad business decisions. If I were, for example, if for me, it feels like this. If I were a manufacturer of guitars, the last thing that I'd want to do is sell armchairs, for example. Yeah,
Right.
That's how much of a things like this. Or it's like, okay, or it's like, okay, or it's like, or like
That's
you're
really
learning-
fucked you over.
Or, yeah, it really has. And it's like, or, for example, like I'm looking at Lego sets here. You get the guide, okay? And all the remake staff had to do was follow the guide.
Yeah.
And it would be the best game ever. They've turned the roof upside down. And they've left like that, yeah, this is it, it's complete. And it's like, no, put the roof back where it is. That's wrong. You're going to have like if you leave that outside, water's going to drip in. No.
No.
Yeah. Or it's like, I don't know. If we're taking things back to, I don't know, food again, it's like, I don't know.
We experienced this with Star Wars. Yeah.
It's like,
We wanted something, we didn't get it.
We didn't get it at all.
It's
Yeah.
like, okay, here is mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes. You get a potato and you put some salt and pepper and you get a thing and you squash it.
But they didn't
It's not
do that.
jacket potato, it's mashed potato.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like, you can have jacket potato.
So passionate.
You can have jacket potato with your roast meat and vegetables. It's fine. But it's sometimes just, but the
It's
recipe
not
called
mashed
for
potatoes.
mashed potatoes.
Yeah,
You want
yeah.
that creaminess. You need that different texture.
It's totally broken for
It's so annoying.
Yeah.
That's why.
It didn't
and
break
still,
the
you
game.
need to finish it.
Yeah.
It's sorry. I
And you need to get back.
You need to get back and finish it. Like,
see, I finished the games. I've
Yeah.
done them, but I want this third part of the remake to be over and done with, and I'm so glad. Like, I am happy to. I'm so glad that Square Enix are not going to do anything with Final Fantasy VIII. Please don't touch Final Fantasy VIII, Square Enix. It's perfect as it is. Don't ruin something.
yeah.
Don't ruin it. Just, people need to get used to old games, and honestly, the gameplay mechanics are so simple that people and kids these days can learn it. It's dude, you got to market it like Pokemon, but better than Pokemon, and then people will understand Final Fantasy. Yeah.
Did you ever play? Oh my god! It just fell out of my head. Is it Breath of Fire 1 and 2?
Never played any of those? No.
Oh, you need to do that.
Uh-huh.
That's definitely on the.
Yeah, it's
on-
the
yeah.
old NES games.
Yes, yeah. It's really good. And
Gotcha.
Secret of Mana.
Oh, I've heard good things about that.
If you like,
Not played,
if you
no.
like these FF games, Secret of Mana is definitely a way to go. And for a casual game on the Super Nintendo, because these are Super Nintendo games, it's I'll remember it. My brain is just switched off right now.
Yeah. The old RPG games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a boy and a dog. Secrets of Evermore. There we go.
Okay,
Secrets of
gotcha.
Evermore. Yeah.
Yeah, never played it, man.
Oh, dude!
Like,
I played it through 3 times, and I wrote I got stuck, and I wrote I had to write somewhere to get help. Fucking hell.
Man, like Super Nintendo was just before my time. It's only because we had the console I know about it.
Right, yeah.
That thing. Same with Mega Drive. They were just in the house, but it was always PlayStation.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
They are now remaking, talking about PlayStation, they are now remaking Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, see,
Why?
MGS.
I mean,
MGS.
why?
I've heard only good things about it, and I have the game, but I haven't played it. I've not dived into it.
Right.
Because it's on my PlayStation Mini. And the thing is, whenever I took out that game console and played it, it was always for Tekken.
Okay, right. So you haven't actually played the first one. So you
That's
don't,
right.
There's a YouTube sound that's everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? I probably heard it.
It's when the
Oh,
alarm
you've
goes off.
definitely
When,
heard it, yeah.
Yeah, when people see you. But they need to do something really, really clever if they're going to remake it and make it as magical. Because I'm going to spoil something for you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sad about it either. Or
It's not.
I don't feel guilty about
Hang on,
it.
it's not the box thing, is it?
No, it's
Okay.
it's one of the enemies.
Okay.
He can predict your moves.
Oh, it's not the one where you have to take out your PlayStation controller and put it in the other
Yes.
slot. I've heard about this one.
Yes.
It's magical. Just
Yeah.
that little thing made the game for me.
Yeah.
It made it to a totally another level. It was so amazing to
Imagine to
utilize
think
something
that-
physical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm doing something physical to fuck that guy over.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It was
I
really,
had
really cool
forgotten
back in the
about
day.
that.
It's
It was amazing. He couldn't read your mind anymore.
And how could they do that with the new gen consoles?
Remains
That's
to be
why I
seen.
say they need to do something really clever if they're
Yeah.
going to draw people in.
It remains to be seen.
But
How
of
they're gonna
course,
fix
the
that.
game is chunky. If you play it now, it's chunky.
It's going to be clunky, yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, it will be
And
hard to play.
Also, Metal Gear Solid 5 was clunky. I mean, the way that the guys move, it was just really square.
Yeah.
You know? And it kind of felt like there was I felt like there's a square underneath the character when he's moving around. So it's a square hitbox, and then there's a character on top of it doing all the stuff. So I like the idea of it. Open world Metal Gear Solid, where you can get so low into the ground and have people ride past, and it was just wow. But it's so poorly executed. It just turned to this ridiculous thing where you could send soldiers back to your base and then get them to get to work and then make stuff. It was a mess of stuff. It makes sense, of course, for people who play it a lot because they just accept it. But to me, it was just, being a Metal Gear Solid fan, that's when I fell off. And I'm really excited for the new Metal Gear Solid remake to see, exactly like Andre say, are they going to make it happen? You know.
Yeah.
But is there a game like you really want to see remade?
I want the Ridge Racer series to come back.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. But just make it, give it to a really energetic young Japanese staff that played the game when they were kids.
Right.
That's the only thing in the brief that I want them to have, because we need that kind of Ridge Racer Type 4 experience where you've got different stories and different paths that you can take. It just needs more things to do in that campaign mode kind of thing. It needs a cool soundtrack, it needs stylish visuals, and it just needs to be fun. That's the only game series that I want to see come back or get remastered or whatever. Because I'm one of those people that's if it's done, you should just leave it. And the whole remake culture has just been nothing ever has gotten close to that special feeling that the original games did. Same with Silent Hill 2 remake. I'm playing through that now with my friend here and there, but we're both of us are not as invested.
Right.
Resident Evil 4 remake, we were invested, we wanted to play the game, but it didn't have that silliness that made Resident Evil 4 original so good.
But you're a different person now.
Yeah,
Don't you think that who we were and the environment and everything like that resonates? Because that's what Star Wars people are saying. But you were a different person fucking 30 years ago. You were a kid, and this was exciting, and it was totally different. And the person you are now, you're looking for this whole body experience, but you're a different person. It's not going to happen for you.
Yeah, my mental age is still 10. No, but it's like the thing is, it's like I did a comparison because I played the remake and then I played the original game straight like after.
Right.
And I had so much more fun with Resident Evil 4 original.
Right.
Yeah. So I was
that's
like,
crazy.
I was like, hang on. This is way cooler. This is so much more fun. It's just so much more silly and thematic, and it didn't take itself too seriously, and it didn't let you know that it took itself less seriously.
The acting
it's
was
like
still crap.
That's why the
Resident Evil acting is the worst.
It's great. It's great. That's the thing. It's like it's so it lets you know that it's not taking itself seriously, because for remake it knows that it needs to do well and sell.
So do you rage?
What do you mean? Like what, during a video game?
Yeah.
Only when I'm losing or dying. It's like fuck.
Well, that's usually when people rage.
Yeah, that's it. But it's not anything like destructive, because, dude,
You're like, oh bugger.
The thing is look.
Do you swear in Indian then?
The thing is, these days I play games on easy mode because I can't be bothered with the stress and the hassle. I like feeling overpowered in video games. I want to get the game done.
Yes.
And I want to just get on with my life, because it's like I know I can invest so much time into video games. But there is a YouTube channel. There's the Blackmetal world.
I fucking love it.
There are greater things than me playing video games now. That's the thing.
Right.
There's more important things in the
Just
world
wait
now.
until you get kids, brother.
I'm not there yet. So I'm just trying to, set the building blocks to the next 10, 20 years down in my life, and then, get that all.
So you don't break anything? You don't, get that invested? Did you used to?
Yeah. I used to get
All
so
right,
angry as
there
a
we
kid.
go.
Yeah. Thing is, you grow up and, you mature a little bit. But
Well,
that thing's...
before you matured,
Yeah.
Obviously then age 9, since you're 10 now. What did you break and how did you break it?
Oh, I can't remember, man. I remember throwing stuff and things breaking, and
Yeah.
it
I love
happened.
that.
But
Was,
yeah,
it,
it's-
was it accepted in your family?
I mean, it was just like, I don't know. I can't really remember.
Yeah.
No, I can't remember. It was just like,
Devin, did you break this sucking thing again?
no, nothing like that. It was just like, it was angry, so I just threw a controller or something. It was like that. Nothing
Right.
too drastic. Maybe some of the buttons didn't work after. We just ended up getting new ones, whatever. Things
did it-
dropping.
But 'cause me and you, we have talked about your Hindi upbringing,
Oh, the Hindu up. Yep.
and it's so ripe with gaming references. It would be.
Yeah.
Did you ever have anybody made a game out of it? Because we have God and Satan and stuff like that. But in Hinduism, it's so... I could easily...
There's no Vishnu anywhere.
easily
Yeah.
make a game out of it. Because
That's the
there's so
thing.
many demons.
Vishnu is
and-
totally boss, with all the fucking arms
Yeah,
and
it
shit.
would- it would be
Annoying
great
fuck.
boss.
But then you need the fucking spear. So the whole game would be getting the spear so you could fucking throw it at Vishnu.
I would play that game. That would be cool.
That's the thing. Like it would make an amazing game. The only kind of Hindu or Indian references that I found in video games has been some of the Final Fantasy stuff, because they've used some names from Hinduism, but I can't remember exactly what it is. Like some of the enemies. I think it was 13.3 Lightning Returns. They called one of the enemies Hanuman, which is one of the monkey gods in Hinduism, and that's as far as it got with that. Oh, Devil May Cry 3.
Oh.
You had these weapons called Agni and Rudra, which is Agni being fire,
Yeah.
the fire god, and Rudra being wind power.
Right.
And that was in there as well. It's peppered in
Yeah, it's
video
some
game.
here and there.
Yeah, but there's nothing that's all right, we're going to make a game about Hindu mythology. I think the thing is, it's it could have a lot of backlash, and I think that's why people haven't done it.
Because it's been done with Christianity.
Yep.
You have Dante's Inferno.
Oh yeah, that
It's
was a cool game.
an amazing game. I love that game where you have to fight of course, gluttony and all that stuff.
Yeah, you have to fight Satan at the end. And you can got like the Christ powers. Yeah,
I fucking love that game. It's so cool.
yeah.
But again, like
I've seen it, and I'm just like, I'm not playing.
It's over the top.
It's cool. It's a cool
Yeah.
game. I like it.
Oh, yeah?
It's fun. It's like God of War, but imagine like more on Christian mythology, and you can attack with shooting crosses.
Yeah.
It's like you're doing God's work.
And you can either save a soul or banish it.
Oh, I like
because
that.
they are like kneeling, and you get their backstory, why they are in that circle of hell.
Yeah.
Because they did this and this. Are you going to show mercy, or will you banish?
Yeah.
And you get powers from each.
Oh.
So you kind of, how am I going to do this? So of course, the first time I finish the game, I'm always the good guy.
Yeah.
The first time around. Second time, I'm up there with Satan.
Yep.
I have such a problem being a bad guy in video games.
Yeah,
It's
I know.
It's terrible.
Why? Well, why is that? Because it's fictional.
Yeah.
I know. I just don't have that in me at all.
Yeah.
I recently slid back, a very short little stint. I slid back into GTA 5.
Oh, yeah.
And I accidentally shot somebody. And I felt
Oh,
bad.
sorry.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
man.
kind of like that. Oh, shit. I just shot that lady.
Man, like, see, I have no
Can I throw money at her? Can I make this good again?
I've got no problem being the bad guy in video
head was
games.
gone.
I've had like no problem being the bad guy in video games because I used to be that guy in GTA who used to get a tank and run people over.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
I was that guy because I didn't know what I was doing when I was 7 years old playing GTA 3. I was just at my cousin's house putting in the tank cheat and running people over and running away from the cops, being an absolute felon.
Total asshole.
Yeah. Yeah, an absolute felon. So it's like, cool, I'm not, yeah. Oh, that's another funny thing that I looked into the other day.
Oh, yeah?
I went to the Imperial War Museum and I was very curious and I looked into the price of a tank.
Oh.
You can buy a tank for £20,000.
I know.
Fun fact.
Isn't that crazy?
I was really
That's not too
considering.
much.
No.
It's the same.
You can't shoot it.
That's the thing. It's like, you can buy a brand new Golf hatchback or you can buy a tank.
Yeah.
And it's so tempting. But yeah.
Top Gear did that. They had a bit on it.
Oh, yeah.
It's great.
Because
But regarding the London law about paying 20 kroner a day,
Oh, yeah.
how would that inflict by having a tank?
Well, it doesn't matter because you can park wherever you want.
but also you do need a tank
How
license.
boss would you be
Oh, you
if
need
you
a
had a
tank
tank?
But
Going to
that's-
work in a tank.
That's the coolest thing.
awesome.
Yeah. And then like, you're late to work, and then like, oh, he's late to work, and he's like, you come out and go up the roof. It's like, sorry, here's my tank.
All of a sudden, nobody can hear anything in the office.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Dev.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to work in the office. I'm going to work in my tank today. Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a very, very tempting thing, but yeah.
It's possible.
And
that's the tempting idea.
Scary thing.
Yeah, that's
it's
a scary
possible.
thing.
It's possible. Yeah.
You can be that guy. Do you want to be a tank guy?
Yeah, it's
So-
insane.
The best show you've ever played.
Oh, music show. Okay, going
Yeah.
back to the music.
Yeah,
thing.
we're
Okay.
sliding our way into the ending here.
All right,
So
highlights.
the best show you've ever played
So
and
I'm going
why?
to go for each of the main bands that I played in.
Right.
The first band that I started was Premature Birth. The most iconic show that we done was the first ever Incineration Festival. 2014, and we were the first band to ever play that.
Oh.
That's still one of the biggest audiences we played. We smashed it,
That's
and
epic.
it was great fun.
Cool.
And Incineration Festival is still going in London. So we were the first band to play, and that was like one of the massive highlights from playing in Premature Birth. That was, I think, collectively between the five of us in the band was that show. Premature Birth kind of twisted and changed into a band called Nerdatorium, and the best show that we done was one that I organized at the Unicorn, which is a venue that isn't there anymore. And we had so many people down, all of our friends were there, and we absolutely smashed it. It was like the first proper London Nerdatorium show, and it was amazing. The whole place was rammed, and it was a great show. And with Ereskigal, There are two shows that are massive highlights, I think.
The names of these bands are just becoming more and more obscure.
Yeah. Like Ereskigal is like the main musical project that I do now outside of like YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
But the highlights have been the most two recent shows that we've done. Because the most recent show we had to fly in a drummer, and it was Frank, and he does some live shows with Incantation.
Oh.
He's a bloody good drummer. And then we also had my friend Paul on bass for that show, so it was like cool to just have like some of the old guard back, and Frank was just fitted in straight away. Great dude. Chemistry was there. We just got on the whole time, and we just smashed it.
Cool.
Absolutely smashed it. And then before that was another show that I organized. I got Ereskigal to play, and it was on my birthday back in 2022. And we absolutely crushed it. It was like the first Ereskigal show post-lockdown, and it was great fun.
People were hungry then too. It was great to
and
get back on.
that's the cool
get
thing
out.
now. Like, people in the UK are hungrier for shows.
Right.
And it really shows. There's new bands popping up. There's new faces in the audience, and it's a lot more positive. There's more bigger shows.
Right.
But the thing is, because there's less shows, more people come to the big shows.
Cool.
But that's the best shows I've ever done. Yeah, by far.
Wicked. And
But-
then, of course, the flip side of that, what are the worst? And why?
Worst shows was probably like some of the early days in Premature Birth when we were playing to like nobody. Just like shitty events.
But you could play
local
You
shows.
could play an amazing gig for nobody. That's possible.
Oh no, they were never.
It's like-
The thing
like-
is, they were never the amazing shows. The amazing shows were the ones where we knew there was something at stake. So we had to push. Like we did, like some, the toilet local scene. We did a bit of that back in the day. That was the worst kind of thing. Yeah.
But for you, like personally, like a sound goes fucked, or there's a amp that doesn't work, and you're like, oh, there's a button you can't doesn't work. Or
yeah, like there was
mic
one
goes
show.
out.
There was one show where my guitar. I had a Floyd Rose guitar and a string broke, and I had no spares, and we were on stage, so I had to just do singing. That was a low point.
It's a low point.
But like if we go back to like the positives and like the coolest stuff that's happened outside of playing live on the channel.
Yeah.
I was speaking about this to a friend of mine yesterday, and the highlights of the channel have been these. So I remember mentioning that one video that kind of took the channel to made people notice the channel. There was that video. And then from there, I made other videos here and there. But what really changed things was Snorre of Thorns reaching out on the channel. Because I was commenting on some of his videos, like, please, let's collaborate, please. And he got in touch, and then we ended up getting on really well, and then we made a song together and had a YouTube series on that. That's
right.
That was big, and then another massive stepping
It's like
stone.
the godfather of black metal.
That's why it was
Yeah.
so cool. And the next step after that was like, it kind of gave me this confidence to be like, damn, I've got to reach out to people. And then I hit up Andre.
Right.
And that was amazing, man. I was still...
That kind of opened a door for you. As like, well, these people are actually human beings that I can talk to.
That was the thing. And it was like, crap, like this is next level shit now. So it all started off with Blackthorn. And then after Andre, it was kind of like, oh my God, this is... like the channel has got so much more authority now.
Right.
Because you've got all these people who have done really cool stuff, and yeah.
So right at the tippy top at the end here, bucket list, Dev. Bucket list.
Bucket list.
What's like number 1 or 2 there?
Oh, okay. Here's what I want. This is
I say 1 or 2 because obviously you have 10 points.
The thing is, it's like
ready to go
look,
in the chamber.
Okay. So for
Roll it on us. What
for
do
the
you want to
YouTube side of things, it would be nice for that to be a full-time thing.
Oh, nice.
But
yeah.
for live shows, I was talking about this with Andre the other day. Okay, Ereskigal. Ereskigal. Playing Inferno Fest.
Yeah.
And Andre joins, and we cover Slaves to Slaughter.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck yeah.
Or
It's going to be cool.
yeah, that I'd love to do. Or get Snorre for a Thorn song, which is a bit more difficult. But something like that. Get people in part of it, and sharing it with the world. But yeah, that's that's been like the biggest, most important thing for the YouTube channel is that period of time where I had Andre and Snorre on the channel, and that just took it to a next stepping stone, and just made it cooler.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
I love your energy, mate.
Yeah.
You got such a great energy and such passion for this,
Yeah.
and it's so obvious in the way that you lean forward and you're like going into it, and it's like it's so obvious. And thank you for sharing, and thank you for being here, talking to me and Andre, and being part of Nerdatorium.
Always happy to be back.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you, and goodbye.
Nice one.
Enjoy Inferno.
Yeah, I will do.
Bye.